wait, okay, hold on. People are making fun of the price point for this dinner. If the price point for the dinner is $20, then 500 people are gonna fucking show up. You understand it has to be priced like relatively high so that there's not like 7 million people, right? Like, I can't tell if people understand or it's like autism or if it's just like a meme or like, oh yeah, if you want to show up and buy like a dinner like ticket event, just spend like $15. Like you're supposed to price it out so that like only so many people will show up. Like, it can't be like, oh, me and like 300 students are gonna go to like a fucking. Why not limit the sales then? You're just stupid. Wait, what? Why would you? Okay, pretend that you're pricing out an event, and let's say that you've got. Let's draw a picture, okay? Stop me if you've seen this one before, okay? Oh my God, I've never taken an intro to econ class, but I'm pretty sure it looks something like this. Actually, wait, don't they just draw it like this? Don't they just do this shit? Let's say that I can only sell, wait, hold on. This would be our supply. This would be our demand. Okay. To be fair, a lot of celebrity dinner events like this are ticket limited. Yeah, but it's not ticket limited at $15, you fucking retard. Drake doesn't sell front row tickets for $5 and is like, oh, well, you know, we'll just limit the amount since we only have so many front row seats. What? At a given, at a given supply, or hold on, at a given price point, okay, at a given price point, people will buy a lot of tickets, right? So let's say, wait, this should be demand, I think. This down here is price. This is quantity demanded, I think. I think this is right. Okay. As price increases, okay, hold on. We're going to do this, okay? As the price increases, what happens to the quantity demanded? We go down the curve, right? Boom, boom, boom. See this? So if we price something at, let's say this is $1,000 right here, right? The demand for this is very, very, very low, right? Do you see that? The demand is all the way down here. Now, if we supply something at a given price, how much are we willing to sell for it? If you're supplying something at a very, 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 very small price, usually you want to sell very little, right? If you're supplying at a very, very, very high price, usually you want to sell a lot, right? If we were selling tickets for $20 million each, then obviously you want to sell as many as possible, right? Equilibrium pricing is when the quantity demanded at a given price matches the quantity supplied at a given price, ideally, right? We're here, okay? I believe. Okay. Now, if it is the case, hold on, in this case, that there is a limited supply, like there are for dinner seats. A limited supply means that the quantity supplied is going to be the same no matter what, right? If we can only have 20 seats, then there's only 20 seats. So the goal is to price these things out as high as you can to where the quantity demanded at a given price matches your inelastic supply right here. Why would you price something cheaply down here with a limited supply when the demand would call for so much more? Like, if somebody's willing to pay over here, why would you supply it at this price here? Does this make sense? Basically, the idea is if you've got 10 seats available and you know that there's going to be 1,000 people trying to buy tickets, I could sell them for $5 each and have them sell it immediately. But then, I mean, like, then there's also complaints at the other end where it's like, hold on, if you've only got limited seats and they sell out instantly, I wasn't able to control F5 the page and get a ticket immediately. Like, fuck off. There's always complaints on either end. You're fucking retarded. That's all I'm trying to say, okay? I would have flipped the axes, though. Well, you know what? Fuck economists, okay? Axie however you want. It shouldn't matter, but I don't think it should matter. They want you to take a pay cut to be nice to the fans. That's the point. If you want to talk to me, I'll be at the event. What? Just come by and see me at the fucking event where I'm debating people. I'll probably be there before and after. You can talk to me there. The dinner slots afterwards is a limited number of people. Let's say, hypothetically, let's say there are 200 students that show up that are like fans of mine at each of these universities. We can't go to a dinner place with 200 fucking people. There's not even a possibility to do it. There's no way. You're correct in terms of profit maximization. As a charitable action, you could exchange some of your own utility for fan utility. Yeah, but the problem is that, one, it's not realistic because, well, I mean, I could sell only a certain amount at a smaller price, but one, that defeats like almost the entire point of doing that. And two, then I'm only rewarding people that are F5ing the page fast enough, right? We're back at the scalping thing, where the main culprits, the main issues with scalping weren't actually scalpers. It's because consoles on launch are priced inappropriately. If you have a limited number of consoles on launch, they should be priced much, 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 much higher. Now, obviously, there's PR reasons for why people won't do that, but I don't give a fuck about PR. I'll explain my pricing. Fuck you. I gotta pay for this shit. It's expensive.
He's a great leader. Why would I need to complain? DTL.
Wait, what is this? Zuck, please stop posting. Zuck, you're destroying my meta investment.
A lot more expressive. And not just simple things like looking left, right, up, down, but also the nonverbal cues that we rely on to communicate with each other and understand tone. Things like raising an eyebrow, squinting, widening my eyes, or scrunching my nose. These avatars are way better at capturing those subtleties that define physical interactions. They're just much more natural. And being able to control the lighting on the avatars adds another...
Oh, wait, holy shit. Wait, is this his avatar or is this his actual face?
dimension of life to them. When we move the light around, you can see how it interacts with my hair, it reflects on my skin, and you can even see it in my eyes. Now, these are awesome, but they also take a really long time to generate. So we're working on something that's a lot quicker for people to use.
Wait, this is not, this is, no, this is insane. No, this is really him. This is not generated.
You can see how
this is actually him.
hair,
Shut up.
It reflects on my skin.
It's an avatar? No shot.
You can even see it in my eyes. Now, these are awesome, but they also take a really long time to generate. So we're working on something that's a lot quicker for people to use. Make them a lot more expressive, and not just life to them. When we move the light around, you can see how it interacts with my hair, it reflects on my skin, and you can even see it in my eyes. Now, these are awesome, but they also take a really...
if this is real, this is hardcore pre-generated. I don't believe it. Dude, who came in with me on Meta? Where are my 170 bag holders at? It's going back up, guys. It's going back up. When did we buy? June. Yeah, I think it was in August. So we have like 9 months. It's going back to the moon. No, wait, no, it can't keep going down. Zuck, what are you doing? You'll all be rewarded in the future. Don't worry, okay? It's coming back. Meta stacks are gonna blow after this. Oh my god. All right, meta stocks on the way back up. Here we go. We've got VTuber legs, boys and girls. Dude, my position, I'm long on the stock. This is gonna be my worst investment ever. All of my investments so far have not only been good, they've all beaten the market. But this one is at risk. I've lost so much money. How much? I bought like 80,000 in Meta stock. And now it's 54,000. Absolutely base. That's where your money's going. Buy dinner tickets, guys. We need to make up these losses. We bought at 168.85 and 166.11. Oh, no, wait. That was a really old buy. Our recent buy was for 166. But that was in April, May, June. That was in June. We've got 8 months, guys. We've got 8 months. Yeah, the broader markets are getting destroyed. I put more money into my portfolio every month, and it keeps going down. Jesus. What is our economy doing? I don't even know what's happening right now. We're down 25 points year to date, guys. Biden, what's happening, man? Why do you guys show me this stupid shit and trigger me?
As you say, Putin saying he personally ordered these strikes.
This is straight up terrorism. When Putin says, oh, well, you know, what goes around comes around, you shouldn't have blew up our bridge. And I saw plenty of people saying, well, that's technically infrastructure. It's valid to blow that up. Ultimately, it goes back to who struck the first blow. And the country that struck the first blow is still Vladimir Putin. It's still Russia. So what ended up happening is, regardless, state-sponsored terrorism in the form of state war, military action, started when Vladimir Putin decided to invade Ukraine. What Ukraine did in blowing up the Crimean bridge was also a ridiculous act of war. I don't care if you get mad at me for saying this. Blowing up civilian infrastructure that civilians utilize because military equipment passed through it. The bridge was used for Russian military sources. I know there are a lot of civilian targets and civilian infrastructure that oftentimes are valid targets. There's rules to war. I think what Russia did in Western Ukraine is worse than what Ukraine did in Crimea. But I still think that what Ukraine did in Crimea is bad. Of course, what Russia is doing is significantly worse. What Russia has been doing since day one is significantly worse because they are the ones who are invading. None of this would happen if they hadn't invaded. This is why my main point has always been, this is why war is awful.
I hate these words. I wonder if he'd say BLM or terrorists. I want to know. Somebody ask him. If destroying civilian property is an act of war, what did he think about the Kenosha riots? I'm so curious. I want somebody to press him on that.
Across the board. Because civilians end up getting killed in the process. I can't sit here and fucking act like, bombing civilian targets and civilian infrastructure is ultimately a good thing and justifiable. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. The main perpetrators of the circumstance are, of course, the Russian forces and Vladimir Putin. I don't think anyone has an issue with that take. I mean, or if you do, you're a fucking psycho. You're out of your mind.
As you say, Putin saying he
Also, true, I'm paraphrasing Anna here. Is it an act of war? I mean, like, is Ukraine's attack on the bridge an act of war? Yeah, kind of, but because they're at war. Isn't everything an act of war when you're at war? I mean, like, yeah.
he personally ordered these strikes.
They're in a war.
Scenario.
What does an act of war even mean? Oh, sorry, hold on. To give you a serious answer, one of the strategic rhetorical maneuvers that Putin does is Russia is not actually at war with Ukraine. It's part of a special military operation. Now, a lot of you guys like meme that, oh, special military, they're really war, blah, blah, blah. But the reason why Putin does that, I believe, is to be incredibly intentional. Because what it shows is that Russia hasn't escalated as much as they could. They're not at war with Ukraine. It's just a special military operation. Now, if Ukraine were to do something like pushing into Crimea, or if Ukraine were to do something like bombing like Russian targets within Russian borders, well, now we can say Ukraine has actually escalated into a war. Russia's not at war right now. It's just a small special military conflict. If Ukraine escalates, then it's their fault that a war has begun. That's the rhetorical maneuvering that Putin does when he says special military operation, essentially, if that's the confusion. Everything that Putin does is for political maneuvering. Same thing with the Donbass, like Donetsk and Luhansk and Donetsk. These are not like territories in Ukraine. They're trying to make them little breakaway states. And then once they're breakaway states, Russian armed forces aren't invading. They're just keeping the peace in independent autonomous regions that are welcoming Russians there because Russia has people on the ground to make sure that's how the elections go. It's the same thing they did in Georgia, right? Does anybody buy it on the international stage? It's just complicated enough to make it so that bad faith actors on Russian payrolls like Jackson Hinkle can come in and give like semi-convincing arguments to people that don't know the difference, is the whole point.